Okay. Thank you. We start off the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon on January 11, 2024, and by posting this notice in the Forked River and Lenoka Harbor post offices, and by filing a copy of the notice with the Lacey Township Clerk, as required by the Open Public Meeting Act. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bell?
Here.
Mrs. Armato?
Here.
Mr. Conity?
Here.
Mrs. Walker? Absent. Mr. Armato?
Here.
Mrs. Claus?
Here.
And Mr. Peters?
Present.
All right. We're going to go into executive session. Be it resolved that an executive session be convened for the purpose of discussing confidential student matters, including but not limited to harassment, intimidation, and bullying, confidential legal matters, including but not limited to the current caseload, and confidential personnel matters. The subject matter of these discussions will be disclosed to the public when the reason for confidentiality subsides. The length of the executive session is estimated to be approximately 60 minutes, after which the board shall reconvene and proceed with business at 7 p.m. Action may be taken. Motion?
Motion, Peters.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. I'd like to resume the meeting. Start off with the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Start off with student representatives. Yep. Turn over the microphone to Mr. Zelinski, please.
Oh, thank you, Board President Peters.
You're welcome.
I lost my glasses. All right, and I'll turn it over to our student body president, Kayla Fitzpatrick, and Eric Stroin. So welcome. We're always so happy to have our student representatives.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I'm going to start us off with some news from the Student Government Association. SGA met on November 11th. The juniors' volleyball fundraiser has been postponed until the spring. A new date will be announced shortly. The executive board is currently working on a grades 9 through 12 winter dance, which will be held in January. And the Battle of the Classes committee is currently working on our events, which will be held in December. And lastly, the next SGA meeting will take place on December 2nd.
Thank you, Kayla. Now I would like to announce our November Unsung Hero, Danielle Pasqua. You may come up to the podium. You can stay up for a minute. Now I'll say a little bit about her. So the Matthew Blum Unsung Hero Award is awarded to a person who has exemplified unselfish acts within his or her community. The recipient for the month of November is someone who has been able to go above and beyond for the Lacey community. She's been a member of the varsity girls soccer team for the past 3 years, playing as center defense. In the spring season, she has shown her athletics while being on our varsity girls track team. Her teammates have described her as being positive, uplifting, and ambitious. In her academics, she's been a member of the STEM Academy as well. She has consistently been in the top few of her class academically and has received high honor roll throughout her high school career. This person has challenged herself with some of the hardest courses Lacey can offer and has succeeded in all of them. Not only this, she is an incredibly caring person who has been there for her peers throughout her past 3 years at LTHS. She has an attitude that can lighten up a classroom and can brighten everyone's day. For these reasons, SGA is proud to announce that the November Unsung Hero is Danielle Pasqua. Congratulations, Danielle, and keep up the great work.
Are you guys done? Yes?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Congratulations, Danielle. You're like, everyone who's ever won that award, I can tell you don't want to be here because you're that unsung. So congratulations. It's kind of a prestigious award, Lacey. So you're absolutely great. So I'm going to yield the floor to our principal of the high school, Mr. Jason King, who's going to present our seniors of the month.
Thank you, Mr. Zelinski, Board of Education members, people in the audience, everyone watching. It is my pleasure to introduce this month's November Seniors of the Month. We have three very, very special students that have earned this right to be awarded, and we are happy to start off with Kayla Fitzpatrick. Kayla, come on up.
My name is Kayla Fitzpatrick, and I'm proud to be named November's Senior of the Month.
Congratulations, Kayla, for winning Senior of the Month for November. You are truly, truly deserving of this honor, and I'm so happy that you've earned it.
Here at LTHS, I am in the STEM Academy. I am the SGA Executive Board President, the Interact President, and I'm also a member of NHS.
Kayla, you are an amazing student, not only in the classroom, but outside of it. I've been lucky enough to have you as a student in Honors Chem, STEM Chem, and then also as our student government president. You are an exceptional person to look up to, and I'm very honored to be your advisor.
Outside of school, I like to practice yoga, do some reading, and hang out with my dog, Blue.
As an AP Chem student, I was so lucky to have you in class be a director of our conversations and keep people on task and lighthearted while still getting stuff done. As student government president, Kayla, you are an exceptional leader, and we truly appreciate it because you are a good example for others to follow. Your communication with others, your enjoyment of doing things for your school and community is definitely seen by how hard you work.
My favorite memory here at LTHS is painting my senior parking spot, doing the Dead Chemist birthday party in AP Chemistry, and going on some fun field trips.
Moving forward, Kayla, I know you'll do awesome things, and we're so excited to see you do them. Once a lion, always a lion. Stay in touch.
In the future, I plan to attend a four-year college and major in something that I'm passionate about.
What is the Dead Chemist birthday party?
So basically, after the AP Chemistry test, we did like a Dead Chemist research project, and then for the party, we brought in like a bunch of trees related to our scientists.
We have the entire board, congratulations.
Round of applause for Kayla and her family who's here this evening as well. Congratulations. Got pictures? Yeah, oh, let's go on in, yeah. All right, congratulations. Our next senior of the month is Eric Stroy. Eric, come on over. Round of applause for Tom who's here as well. Applause for family. Eric.
I'm Eric Stroyan, and I'm proud to be named November Senior of the Month at Lacey Township High School.
Eric Stroing, congratulations on being named Senior of the Month.
At Lacey Township High School, I am a member of multiple clubs and organizations. I am a part of the concert band, where I am concert master, a part of the marching band, where I am drum major, and a part of the jazz band. Also, I'm a member of the Lacey Township High School choir and select ensemble. Additionally, I am currently class president for the class of 2025 at LTHS, and I'm co-station manager for WLTS TV 21. Also, I'm a member of National Honor Society.
Eric, when it comes to you, all I can think of is the hard work, dedication, determination, in everything that you do. And you know what? You always have a smile on your face, you always have a great attitude, and you're the perfect person for this honor.
Some of my favorite memories at LTHS include filming for our holiday show, where we get to go all around town filming at different locations and just hanging out with my friends and having a great time. I also have very fond memories of band camp, where we have the whole band together for a week, and it's a lot of fun.
When it comes to you, there's so many things that we've experienced together over the years, because you've been in marching band since 7th grade. But one thing that definitely comes to mind is your character, and the fact that no matter what's going on in your life or around you, you've always got a positive attitude, you've always got a smile on your face, and you're always doing what's best for the group instead of individually. So for that, I can't thank you enough.
Outside of school, I like to play my instruments and work on short films with my friends. I also am a member of the Tom Stewart Chess Club, where I'm their advisory officer and social media manager. Also, I'm a member of the New Jersey State Chess Federation, where I'm on their executive board. Additionally, I perform in the South Jersey Region Band Wind Ensemble, Orchestra, and Chamber Ensembles. I also perform in the New Jersey All-State Band.
Eric, all I could say is best of luck, even though I know you're going to be super successful in anything you choose to do. And any college that you go to is going to be so lucky to have you on their student body. Congratulations.
And our November Vocational Senior of the Month is Maya Jenkins. Maya, come on down. Round of applause for her family up there. Yes.
Hello, I'm Maya Jenkins, and I'm proud to be named November Senior of the Month.
Congratulations, Maya, on being named the November Senior of the Month.
I've been an active part of Lacey Township High School's clubs and programs for years, as well as their vocational school program. I'm very thankful for every single opportunity that they allow me to have here.
I had Maya back when she was a freshman in my 9th grade honors English class. You know, while freshman year for many students is a bit of a challenge, she was always able to hold her own, and she did the best she could at every assignment that I asked her for.
My time at the Ocean County Vocational Technical School has really shaped who I've become as a person. I really felt lost before I went there and searched for what I needed. But going to that program, doing what I did, finding out that I really loved HVAC, that's my passion in life, that's the career I want to take, it's given me a type of purpose that I've never had before anywhere else.
She was definitely someone who moved to her own beat. She definitely was more of a leader. She was not a follower, and she always asserted herself. She was also extremely conscientious, and it was shortly after the COVID phenomenon occurred. While all the kids were wearing masks and partially obscured and very, very shy, Maya was not that type of student. I got to know her very quickly, very easily, regardless of that mask. She always made her voice heard. She definitely participated in class, adding lots of interesting comments and remarks that contributed to our success. She also was one of those students who took every project to the ultimate level. Even something as simple as decorating the room for the holidays.
I've always felt connected to all things mechanical, even bleeding into my social life. I've just always been thankful for the opportunities I've been given, and really I think the path I'm going towards being an HVAC technician, it's the right path for me.
All right, before I turn over the microphone back to Mr. Zielinski, I would be remiss if I did not invite everyone out to come see Peter and the Starcatcher. Tonight, they're playing at 7 o'clock, so if anyone wants to sneak out right now, you can go catch most of the show. Also, tomorrow night,
Right
7
now?
o'clock, Saturday night, 7 o'clock,
You guys-
and then Sunday at 2 o'clock. Again, kids have put a lot of time and effort into the show, and they'd love to see you out there. All right, Mr. Zielinski.
Thank you, Mr. King. Principal King. All right, so welcome to the November board meeting. We're certainly in the swing with classes and activities across all 6 of our schools. Since the last board meeting, we've been focusing on our NJSLA scores from last year. We've been diving deep into all of our curriculums across all of our tested grade levels. On a slightly different note, we received silver status from the College Board, which is based on the large percentage of students who took 5 or more AP classes by their senior year and took at least 1 exam in their freshman year. So I felt that was a pretty good distinction for us as a high school. Last school year, we were part of the 3-year cohort that undergoes a CUSAC review, which is our state review by the county superintendent's office. The letter is part of our attachments that we received. We received a score in 5 different areas from our CUSAC review. You can look at that letter. Instruction and program, 78%. Fiscal management, 92%. Governance, 94%. Operations, 97%. And in personnel, we received a score of 100%. So we were perfect as far as our personnel review. What this means is we passed all the areas except for the exception of instruction and program, which we missed by 2 points, largely because of our NJSLA scores. We have filed a district improvement plan with the county and work that's already begun, curriculum work that's already begun to improve our NJSLA scores. It's one of our focuses this year. It's going to be one of our district and goals that will pass in the December meeting, but we've already done that work now. I'd like to note that our district, along with many others, are dealing with large attendance issues. We're also doing a district improvement plan for attendance. Believe it or not, these attendance issues began with the pandemic and we've really never recovered our good attendance rates that we had prior. I want to remind parents, and we're going to start doing a push probably December, if not January, that how much attendance matters for all of our levels of students. Because to be here, if you're not here, you're really missing out, and you're not getting the instruction you need to improve our NJSLA scores. And we want to make sure that we're all rowing in the same direction. On a different note, we had some fun. We had Halloween, and there's over 1,000 people that circled through our trunk or treat celebration. If you were there, it was quite the community event that is sponsored by our Cedar Creek Elementary School. That was in our high school parking lot in October. November 11th, we celebrated Veterans Day with all of our students. We were in school that day. All of our buildings celebrated that day. We capped it off with a big celebration at the Lenoka Harbor School. I think Jackie's here somewhere, Jackie Subsey. She runs that program at Lenoka. We had 75 veterans this year, I believe. A guest speaker. She spoke about a book that she wrote. She was not a veteran herself, but she was married to a veteran, about a book that she wrote about children of veterans and how they move around. The most poignant thing that she said is when a kid is friends with one of those other kids, you're supporting a veteran. I thought that was really, really poignant with what she had said. Additionally, you'll see in the board minutes, you'll see a long list of donations this month. I can never thank our communities and businesses enough for all they've done. Walmart gave us $4,000 for trunk or treat with 2 pallets of candy. So they really provided most of the candy that we passed out that day. That was very generous of them. And just a note, also the Mill Pond PTA donated that $3,000 for Pawsome Citizen t-shirts. So they're promoting citizenship even among our youngest learners. Co-curricular front, Mr. King already said it. Peter and the Starcatcher, you can catch it tomorrow night and Saturday day.
Tomorrow night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon.
And Sunday is the matinee.
Yep.
All right, very good. And I've heard very good reviews already. And that'll be it, and I'll make my final comments later on. Back to you, President Peters.
I'm going to go back to, I'm going to start public comment. Any audience member wishing to make a comment will raise his or her hand, and when called upon, state their name, address, and/or affiliation, and intention to make a statement. If you're a student, I want you to say student, not your address, please. Comments will be addressed to the board president. Comments will be made on one issue at a time. Comments will be limited to 5 minutes. No audience member shall be recognized twice until all who have wished to comment have been recognized. The portion of this meeting is for public comments only, and there'll be only no questions answered. The purpose of this board meeting is to perform our business in public. Everyone is entitled to a public comment. If there is a question of the board, there's an established chain of command to follow. Do we have anybody for public comment? Mr. Senza.
This was made for a taller person. Regina DeSenza, Sunset Drive, Sunrise Beach. I was paying particular attention to the superintendent's report tonight, the student enrollment for October. It really hit me hard that we're 94% in 4 schools. I hope everyone is looking at these numbers. I did see that Mr. Zelinski mentioned it. Can you tell us a little more about the district improvement plan? Anything specific that, off the top of your head, that you could do, or is it just within each school?
So, Mrs. Sens, it's your public comment, so certainly you can call me in my office.
Okay, I will eventually be in. But can anyone break down the pre-K enrollment out of this? Could there be another line added to the enrollment listings, like under Mill Pond, and then put Mill Pond pre-K? Is that possible?
Again, just call my office if you're looking for something, Mr. Senza. This is your public comment period.
All right. I was also very disappointed last month when the meeting date was changed suddenly from Thursday, October 17th to Tuesday, October 15th, because I couldn't make it. So tonight, I saw another not-so-well-attended information session about the $92 million referendum. 40 to 50 people out of 20,000. And this was session number 5. Are the meetings still unrecorded and untelevised? No one's doing the 5 to 6 o'clock meeting. I've been asking for months that that be known to the public. I have still been talking to many people in town that are not even aware that there's a March $92 million referendum. And I can't tell you how many more people are disappointed that this is coming after a 9.9% property tax hike. So another question I have, has the district applied for the DCA school regionalization grants? If not, why not? Conduct the feasibility study and find out. Do whatever you can to save this district money and try and close the budget gap. Also, I was at the planning board meeting a few weeks ago. It was presented with the turf field was at the planning board meeting, and it was presented with a potential lifespan of 8 to 12 years, if I heard correctly. And it would also need to be refluffed or whatever after each use with special equipment. Is that a prudent use of $6 million? I don't think so, because it's going to require another piece of equipment and someone to maintain that. And have you figured out yet how you will pay for the energy that you will trash when the solar panels that aren't even paid for yet are thrown in the garbage? I'm still looking for that answer too, Mr. Zelinski. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Anybody else for public comment, please? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Jen Bentley, Riverview Road in Forked River. I'm a third grade teacher at Lenoka Harbor School, and I'm also the second VP of the LTA. So hello everyone, tonight I'm here to share with you, the Board of Ed and the township, some of the great things that are happening in our school.
Thank you.
The staff members at every school are working hard daily to meet the academic, social, and emotional needs of all of our students. In addition, our staff members have devoted additional time to plan special events for the students and our community as well. Mr. Zelinski beat me to the chase on a few things, so pardon if I repeat myself. Last week, the Lenoka Harbor Proud Paws Club hosted a beautiful Veterans Day breakfast and presentation. Students invited veterans to join in this celebration under the leadership of Mrs. Subsea, her Proud Paws Club, and her committee consisting of LHS staff members. We were blessed to have over 50 veterans in attendance, and we even had a 97-year-old veteran, Mrs. Becky Brewer's grandfather, who was served in World War II. The veterans received flowers and a beautiful display case showcased their pictures and their accomplishments. Our event was topped off with a bagpiper and a parade through our hallways in which all the students waved American flags proudly that were donated by the LTEA. Just today, our first graders celebrated their 50th day of school. That's right, 130 to go. The students dressed in their best 50 attires and worked on fun math activities. Students in the third grade classes are working on letter writing skills with their pen pals from Forked River School. We'll be writing monthly and look forward to meeting in person at the end of the year for our annual icy party that's sponsored by Tom and Dave. In addition, my class also wrote letters to veterans at Tallwoods to thank them for their service. Students yesterday in our intergenerational club, which is grades 5 through 12, got a sneak peek yesterday at the LTH fall production of Peter and the Starcatcher. We also got to have a meet and greet with the cast, which the students thoroughly enjoyed. Kudos to the cast and crew on a job well done. In addition to all these wonderful events, each school is participating with the Lacey Food Bank this month to donate items for families for their Thanksgiving care packages. Intergenerational Club is holding its annual paper drive, and we plan on delivering our donations and helping stock the shelves next week. On behalf of all of the schools, we would like to give a shout out and say thank you to all of our parent-teacher organizations for all that they do for our students and staff. Whether it's sponsoring an event like a color run, buying Possum Citizen t-shirts, providing the staff with a breakfast or monthly treats, or donating supplies, we are truly grateful for all that you do as well. So again, thank you for your time, and I hope to share some more great news with you guys in December.
Thank you. Anyone else for board comment? Public comment?
Members of the board, good evening. My name is Dan Toner. I'm the current chairman of the Ocean County High School Republicans and a former student here at Lacey Township. Over the past couple of years, we've witnessed the education establishment push a woke and leftist agenda throughout our school systems. Excuse me, sorry about that. And many of these policies we have seen here at home. We've witnessed the promotion of transgender classes throughout our health curriculums, while at the same time allowing teachers, staff members, and counselors to put pride flags in their classrooms. I'm here tonight to tell you that the policy of which was read tonight, to ban pride flags here in our school. We overwhelmingly support you guys. We hope you do it. Next month, when it comes to a vote, we really hope you guys put this through, because here in Lacey Township, we believe in common sense, sanity, and that's exactly what we have to do, and we have to bring it back here in our district. You see, all across the state and all across this country, students my age are dealing with these issues, and many students of which I know have left our school system because of it. And it's up to us, and it's up to you guys, the ones who are in charge and the ones that we vote in to do these things. Now, we have a very, very good board here. I know a lot of you guys personally, and I know you guys are doing a fantastic job. And, you know, for me telling you guys this, you know, I think it's really important and, you know, just a really big issue that we have to get done. As someone who sat through a full year of classes here at Lacey, I can say it's absolutely ludicrous what the state continues to push. Whether it's about climate change or the climate cult, or whether it's about transgenderism, it doesn't seem to stop. And the unfortunate thing is our teachers don't have a choice. These are the true heroes in this world. These are the true heroes, many of which I know here. And they're the ones who go to work every day, and they have to teach these things. They're forced to. And if they don't, the answer is pack your bags, you're fired. And it's unfortunate, and it's the unfortunate reality. Let's make something very clear. Unless you are teaching a language like French, Spanish, German, the only flag that should be hung in school is the almighty American flag. That is the way how it should be, and that is the way it always has been. Now, in school right now, we have kids who want to go to vocational school, learn how to do construction, auto shop, wood shop, the jobs and trades that make this world go around. And the unfortunate thing is all these resources are being pushed and taught to us when at the same time we should be redirecting them to helping these programs. It's the reality, it's what we should be doing, and together we will do just that. Together we will restore common sense sanity to our classrooms once again, and with your help next month, we will get this done. Let's do just that. I want to thank you all for your time. May God bless you all, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.
Anyone else public comment? Close the floor and public comment, please. Board committee reports.
Want me to start?
Would you like to start?
Sure. I'll do the finance report. It was myself, Mr. Peters filled in for Mr. Amato, Jack Conity, and Mr. Zelinski, and Ms. Ornsby was present. We talked about the synergistics update. It was very brief. We talked about it more in depth the month before, so it was just kind of a follow-up. Pre-K project update. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on the status of the pre-K project at Mill Pond. The project is almost complete with a few minor tasks to be completed. Referendum, it was again a brief discussion. We have a referendum committee, so I'm sure there will be more discussion with that. New truck. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on the need for a new truck for the facilities department. It is on the agenda tonight for a resolution. The truck that we're replacing is from 2003 or 2005, so it's old. It needs to be replaced. It also has a plow, so we need that as well. Lawn service. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on outsourcing lawn maintenance. Discussion followed. Parking lights. Myself and Mr. Peters expressed concern about the parking lights, the parking lot lights being shut off during recent events. We spoke to Mr. John Smith and developed a plan to check the timers for the lights prior to any evening events. Tennis court project. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on the quotes received for the tennis court project, which is fully funded by the 2024 Local Recreation Improvement Grant. Discussion followed. The quote will be subject on the resolution for tonight's agenda. Hannah Mechanical credit change order. Ms. Ornsby reviewed the credit change order that the district received for the HVAC project at the high school. Discussion followed. The credit will be subject tonight on the agenda. Cedar Creek water heater. Ms. Ornsby reviewed the quotes and received for replacement for a leaking water heater. Discussion followed. The quote is subject to the resolution on tonight's agenda. ROD grant. Finally got the ROD grant. Ms. Ornsby led the discussion on the status of the ROD grant. The district will begin soliciting bids for the HVAC at the middle school and the roof at the high school. Solar field discussion. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on the future of the solar for the district. So we're going to keep looking into this, but we're going to see how the referendum plays out. But we're looking into possibly doing another solar field, but on the ground. So we need to see if we have the space. So we're going to postpone that till probably March. Finance, policy find update, there are no updates. Land survey, Ms. Ornsby and Mr. Zielinski led a discussion on getting land surveys completed for Mill Pond, Forked River, and Lenoka Harbor School. And this will tie in nice for the solar field if we choose to do that, go in that direction. LTMS boosters, PTC requests. Ms. Ornsby and Mr. Zielinski led a discussion about an email requesting the district to financially assist with the purchase of curtains at the middle school. Discussion followed. We tabled the budget calendar conversation. Grants update, Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on grants. The district will be applying for the 2025 Local Recreation Improvement Grant to improve the baseball fields at the high school. Discussions followed. Preschool playground at Mill Pond. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on quotes received. Discussions followed. The quote will be the subject on tonight's agenda. Naming rights. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion for the naming rights proposal we did a few months ago. We did not get any bids, so we lowered we reissued the request and lowered our minimum. So hopefully we'll get some people that would like to do that, help us out a little bit for some reoccurring revenue. OTPT speech costs. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on costs for OTPT, BCBA, RBTs, and speech services. Discussion followed. We're actually going to follow up on that next month as well. Food services, outsource. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on the pros and cons of outsourcing our food services. Cedar Creek walk-in freezer. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on quotes received for Cedar Creek freezer that is currently broken. The freezer will be subject of a resolution tonight. Nothing to report in curriculum. Human resources. Our assistant principal search for the high school, that person is on the agenda for tonight. Superintendent search. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion to the committee about the superintendent search. Purchasing coordinator search. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on the applicants. Discussions followed. The successful applicant will be on the, for tonight's agenda. For security, we discussed, actually we tabled the discussion for bulletproof vests. A long meeting. Technology, the Promethean boards for Lenoka Harbor. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on the quote received for the boards for Lenoka Harbor. Discussion followed. The quote is subject to tonight's resolution. Subject of a resolution on tonight's agenda. Transportation, contracted bus driver. Ms. Ornsby led a discussion on the need for a contracted bus driver due to the increase of students that go to Mill Pond. And let's see. We had a board workshop yesterday. That was also a part of the discussion, and it was actually went very well. Are we presenting that tonight, or goals? No? Okay, so it'll be on for next month. And then we also briefly talked about the Giordano sensor, which will be read tonight. And that is it. Our next meeting is Monday, December 9th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Connolly, policy.
I wasn't here at policy, so if I skip over something, or if somebody could fill in on it. It was Klaus, Mr. Bell, Mr. Peters, and Mr. Zielinski had a discussion how policy 5337 on service animals will be on for the second read tonight. Policy 2365. They're working on a policy in regards to artificial intelligence, AI. Discussed this cell phone policy. Mr. Zielinski spoke on the further success of the cell phone ban, and will continue to wait for a policy from Strauss-Esme. Policy 5337.1, therapy dog. Had the policy was updated to reflect insurance requirements. Had it be on for tonight for first read. School and facility names, had a discussion to place the policy on for first read tonight, and that it does not interfere with the naming rights that are sought by the district due to the finite timelines. And then policy 3214 and 4214 had a discussion on the policy which will be placed on for first read tonight, and that's the conflict of interest policy. Co-curricular partnerships to fund co-curricular programs, that's going to be tabled for next month or January, and then safety and security. Informacast application has been extended to all certified staff. And then briefly spoke about important district goals, Seabreeze questions, a workshop last night, and the Giordano Center and regionalization discussion. Next meeting, it says January 8th, but it should be December 9th, I believe it is.
Sometimes you skip to December, that's right, it's January.
Yeah, okay. And that is it. Thank you.
And Mr. Bell will be filling in for Ms. Walker tonight with curriculum, please.
All right. Curriculum, it was Ms. Walker, myself, and Mr. Zielinski talking about Lacey Township Paraprofessional Handbook. Mr. Zielinski discussed the creation of the handbook that will be distributed to all paraprofessionals in the district. It will serve as a guidebook for the roles that are filled by the district paraprofessionals. November 19th and 20th, district data dives. A closer look at students with scores on the bubble of the NJSLA and strategies to close gaps and help them achieve proficiency. Mr. Zielinski described the data dives that each school is conducting on a quarterly basis. The concentration is on identifying the students that can move up in their NJSLA achievement levels. These dives will concentrate on the specific interventions that will benefit these students and ultimately improve their achievement on the standardized tests. On November 20th, elementary supervisors attending professional development in Lavalette on math fluency. Mr. Zielinski spoke on the workshop, that all the elementary supervisors will be attending that will concentrate on the ability to recall basic math facts for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. This skill is important because it frees up brain power for more complex math work. I feel like I should have attended that. PD planning for February 14th, 2024. Committee meetings weekly, looking for a keynote speaker. Mr. Zielinski described the preparations for the upcoming February PD Day, which will be the 4th PD Day of the series this year. Special education, again, Mr. Zielinski spoke about the paraprofessional handbook because the largest portion of the paraprofessionals in the district intersects with the special education population. Technology, Mr. Zielinski spoke about the phishing emails that are constantly being sent to the district, referendum communication requirements. Mr. Zielinski spoke about the website and the upcoming referendum. Informacast pushed to all certified staff. Mr. Zielinski spoke, described the alert system that is available to all certified staff. Replaced 3 access points that failed without disruption in MRA for no cost to district. Again, Mr. Zielinski spoke about the constant need to keep upgrading and replacing broken access points. College board sharing agreement in need of review. Mr. Zielinski updated the committee on how we share information with the college board. Student web application form in use. Mr. Zielinski explained the process by which we adopt student web applications, which is through an application and approval process. Community relations, Veterans Day ceremony on the 11th, attended by LTHSA or SGA. Veterans Day breakfast by Proud Paws, again, thank you. LHS on 11/15/24. Then discuss the intergenerational trips on November 18th to the 22nd, collections for the food bank. Then November 21st, Peter and the Starcatcher, dress rehearsal. And then November 26th, delivered collected items to the food bank. December 4th, paint party at Pheasant Run Clubhouse. December 15th, Wreaths Across America. January 10th, holiday luncheon. January 13th to the 17th, snow day at Pheasant Run Clubhouse. February 12th, Sweetheart Luncheon at Pheasant Run Clubhouse. March 26th, Adams Family dress rehearsal at Lacey Township High School. Personnel, discussed a cooking teacher, and then a Spanish, biology, guidance counselor, assistance facility manager, purchasing coordinator, assistant principal, and then others, board district goals, Seabreeze, referendum questions, the board workshop that we participated in yesterday, and then the Giordano Censor, and then discussion of regionalization. The next meeting is scheduled for January 7th. I believe that may be December 8th at 2:30.
Are we skipping December? I'm just going January for the...
Sometimes we do, just like with policy.
Yeah,
Yes.
so if it says January, that's accurate?
Yep.
Okay, so it's January.
If there's a need, I'll call it. We'll have a meeting.
Okay.
You good, Mr. Bell?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next, we're going to move on to superintendent comment.
So my final comments of the night, just reporting out some things that occur to any district, and this is something that comes to us, annually. And some of us like to follow these things. The U.S. News and World Report ranking, whenever we gain places, I like to announce that. The middle school gained 40 places in the ranking this year. Cedar Creek gained 179 places in the ranking, if you can believe it. And then Lenoka Harbor gained a whopping 227 places in the ranking. So, again, their ranking is proprietary. We don't know the formula that they use, but we will certainly celebrate when we do better. So congratulations to 3 of our schools, and of course, we're working on the other 3. And Mill Pond doesn't quite count. Well, they keep ranking them on 5th and 6th grade.
They all count.
They keep ranking them on 5th and 6th grade. They have to cycle through 2 years, and then they'll probably look at them for their preschool K population that they have now. So that's my final comments. These reports are always interesting to us. We don't put a huge amount of stock in them all the time, but it's worth reporting. So those are my final comments.
Thank you.
And have a good Thanksgiving, everybody.
Mr. Conity for board member comments.
Brief congratulations to Kayla, Eric, Maya, Danielle. Have a safe holiday, and thank you very
That's it.
much.
Short and brief.
Nice and easy.
Mr. Amato?
Congratulations to everyone recognized tonight, and happy Thanksgiving.
Mr. Bell?
Same, congratulations to everyone recognized for a great year, and then happy Thanksgiving.
Ms. Amato?
I don't want to say the same thing, but happy Thanksgiving. Congratulations to all. And thank you all for public comments tonight.
Me? Yeah, same, but I just hope everyone comes out and supports the arts tonight at this weekend. They worked really hard, and I know it's going to be a great show. And I'm so excited that our ranking is going up, even though it's 3, not all, but we're doing an amazing job, and I'm just so proud of that. So thank you for everyone that's been doing the hard work. Thank you.
Mr. Lytle, if you can hear me, could you bring that picture up, please? Possibly?
Nope, he's coming, he's coming.
Take a look at this. All right? Positive things that happened in the district. This is an employee, I don't want to mention any names, that was out sick for a while, came back, and this is what Lacey's all about, Lacey Pride. The employees came together. There's another picture there also. All right? Employees all came together. and rooted for just positive things regarding this district. Thank you very much, Mr. Love, for doing that. Another thing I'd like to congratulate is Mr. Amato. We had a tough campaign this year against each other, huh? Really tough. I never worked so hard out doing fundraising and whatnot for that. But Mrs. Claus is not happy about the outcome. So, but anyway, long story short, she had the most votes ever. This year I did, so.
He beat me by 100, and it was a presidential election, and he ran against nobody. So I'm still going to take credit.
We've been busting each other for that every night, shooting text messages back and forth. And just listen, have a great Thanksgiving, enjoy time with your family, enjoy it. And that's about it. We're going to move on to resolutions. You ready? Children, you can leave now. It's going to get a little bit boring. A little bit boring. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You didn't hold it up?
Nice.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to start off with page 2, meeting minutes, A1. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes.
Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Peters?
Yes. Page 2, list of bills, A2. Roll call, please.
We need a motion.
Oh, can I have a motion? I'm sorry.
Motion.
Second.
Can I have roll call, please?
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes. Need to recuse, is that the new word?
Yes, it is.
Yes, you got it.
We learned a new word.
955-136, 289-299, 283-300, and 950-460.
Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
And Mr. Peters?
I would like to recuse. Recuse. I like one new cruise. On 211210, please, and yes.
Thank you.
Page 2, transfers S1701, A3, and A4. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes.
Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Peters?
Yes. Finance and facilities, pages 3 through 8, section A5 through A17. Can I have a motion, please?
A motion.
Second.
Can I have roll call, please?
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes.
Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Peters?
Yes.
Page 8, correct. Right?
Page 8, yeah.
Page 8, student tuition, transportation, A18 to A19. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
It was Miss Amato and Mr. Conity. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes.
Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
And Mr. Peters?
Yes. Page 9, other, A20 through A28. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes.
Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Peters?
Yes. Pages 9 and 10, policies and regulations, A29 and A30. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes.
Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Peters?
Yes. Page 10, A31 to A32. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Roll calls, please.
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes on 31, I'd abstain on number 32. I wasn't in that meeting.
Thank you. Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Peters?
Yes. Page 10, B, donations, motion Peters, and thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Bell?
Yes, and thank you.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes, and thank you.
Mr. Conity?
Absolutely.
Mr. Armato?
Yes, and thank you.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Peters?
Yes, motion passes. Page 11, C, programs and curriculum. Can I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes.
Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Peters?
Yes. Page 11, programs and curriculum.
I'll move.
No, we just did that.
Oh, I'm sorry, my apologies. Wrong
Professional
one, wrong
days.
one, forgot to check. Page 11, D, professional work days, workshops / travel. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes, but I hate to recuse on Mr. Zelinski, please.
Thank you. Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Peters?
Yes. Pages 11 through 15, certified personnel, E1 to E14.
And we have an addendum on number 1. The date for Sandra Laird Harrigan is changed from 8/1/25 to 7/1/25.
Motion.
Can I have a second, please?
As amended.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes.
Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Peters?
Yes. Mrs. England, congratulations, and please, our new vice principal at the high school. Congratulations. You're welcome.
Big shoes to fill. The one who held that position is behind you, to your right, and in front of you. So,
You're
Congratulations.
surrounded by a good crew.
welcome home.
And support at home also, hope.
There it is.
Don't hit him when you walk in the door.
Yeah.
All right. Pages 19 to 20, resolution of a censor, G1. And read it aloud, please.
No, we got F.
Yeah, you're going way
Oh,
ahead
did
of
I?
yourself.
My apologies. I'm skipping them all over the place. Pages 15 through 19, non-certified personnel, F1 through F11.
I'll move.
Second, Peters. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bell?
Yes.
Mrs. Armato?
Yes.
Mr. Conity?
Yes, but on F9, I'd like to recuse myself, and on F10, on Miss Sylvia, please.
Thank you. Mr. Armato?
Yes.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
And Mr. Peters?
Yes.
Thank you.
Page 19/20.
Yes. Okay, so it's a little long, sorry. We have a resolution of censure that we have to read into the minutes. In the matter of Sean Giordano, Lacey Township Board of Education, Ocean County, whereas the above motioned matter arises from a complaint that was filed with the School Ethics Commission on January 13th, 2020 by Regina C. DeSenza, complainant, alleging that Sean Giordano, respondent, violated multiple provisions of the School Ethics Act. And whereas at its meeting on July 21st, 2020, the commission adopted a decision finding probable cause for the alleged violations of NJSA 18A 12-24, B, NJSA 18A 12-24.1C, NJSA 18A 12-24.1E, and NJSA 18A 12-24.1F, and transmitting the above captioned matter to the Office of the Administrative Law for a plenary hearing And whereas the administrative law judge issued an initial decision dated April 27, 2023, concluding that respondent violated NJSA 18A 12-24B, NJSA 18A: 12-24.1E, and NJSA 18A: 12-24.1F, but did not violate NJSA 18A: 12-24.1C, and recommending a penalty of reprimand. And whereas respondent filed exceptions to the initial decision and petitioner did not file a reply thereto. And whereas at its meeting on July 25th, 2023, and after thoroughly reviewing and considering the full record, the Commission voted to adopt the ALJ's findings of fact and legal conclusions that respondent violated NJSA 18A: 12-24B, NJSA 18A: 12-24.1E, and NJSA 18A: 12-24.1F, but did not violate NJSA 18A: 12-24.1C, and voted to modify the recommended penalty of reprimand in favor of a censure. And whereas pursuant to NJSA 18A: 12-29C, the Commission's decision was forwarded to the Commissioner of Education for final determination on the recommended penalty. And whereas respondent filed an appeal with the Commissioner of Education of the Commission's finding of a violation of the Act and the recommended penalty of censure. And whereas the Commissioner of Education issued a final decision on May 15, 2024, concurring with the Commission's determination that respondent violated the Act and the recommended penalty of censure. And whereas NJAC 6A: 28-9.11D provides that for a penalty of censure, suspension, or removal, a resolution shall be adopted at the Commission's next meeting following the Commissioner's imposition of the sanction, and the resolution shall be read at the Board's next public meeting following adoption by the Commission, shall be posted in such places as the Board posts its public notices for no less than 30 days, shall be published online on the district's website if available for no less than 30 days, and the reading of the resolution shall be memorialized in the Board's meeting minutes, and once approved, a copy of the minutes shall be forwarded to the Commission. And now therefore be it resolved that the Commission adopts a resolution stating the respondent is hereby censured as a penalty for having violated the Act as set forth herein. And be it further resolved that the Board is ordered to read the resolution at its next regularly scheduled public meeting, to post in such places as the Board posts its public notices for a period of no less than 30 days, and to publish it online on the district's website if available for no less than 30 days. And be it further resolved that the Board shall provide the Commission with the minutes once adopted from the meeting at which it reads the within resolution.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.